Hi guys, the Benidorm Enthusiast here and welcome to the tallest rooftop bar in Benidorm. Do you know where I am? Have you been here? And did you know that there were actually 13 sky bars or rooftop bars in Benidorm? I know, I couldn't actually believe there were that many when I counted them all up. But today we're going to be talking to you all about these rooftop bars, showing you where they are, starting with this one and making our way right the way over to the Rincon de Loix part of Benidorm. So this first rooftop bar we're showing you today is actually called the Sky Bar, and it is the tallest because it sits at the top of the tallest hotel in Europe. Yes, of course, it is the Grand Bali, which is 186 metres tall, but it starts on a hill. So this platform that we're on now is actually 215 metres above sea level, and the views are incredible. From up here, it really starts to sink in just how big Benidorm is. In fact, over this side, you can actually see the next town along, which is Finistrat. This is Cala de Finistrat, down at the bottom, where you've got that little bay there, and moving around, you get to see where that joins into Benidorm and then onto the Poniente beach. And of course, you've got a great view out to Benidorm Island, which still feels like it's following you round, even though we're around 200 metres up. Over the other side, and you can see where the inland part of Finistrat goes up into and around the mountain, and then again coming round to where it joins into Benidorm, and then stretching out over the Poniente side, where all these new skyscrapers are starting to go up. But the best part is when you get to the front of the bar. Check this out. So from here, you really get to see just how big Benidorm actually is. Incredible views. First of all, of course, it's the Poniente beach. Then you can see the Old Town viewpoint, the Old Town Mirador in the middle sticking out, and then that stretches out over to the Levante beach, and then way over there in the distance is of course the Rincon de Loix. It's not the biggest sky bar that you're going to find in Benidorm. There's only around 12 tables and it has filled up pretty quick tonight, but we are in the summer months and it is a weekend. I would imagine it's going to be a little bit quieter through the week, but they do still advise that you book in advance, and you have to pay to come up to this one. I think this is the only one that you have to pay at, and it was €18, but that did include a very nice cocktail. So you could actually come up here in the daytime, but the bar's not open then, but it'll also cost you less then as well. It's €10 just to come up here in the day, and that's from 9 AM until 8 PM in the summer months, and then the bar's open from 8 PM until 1 AM. To be honest, there's not really much to the actual bar here. It is all about the views. They have got a DJ on, and it's a nice atmosphere up here. It's nice and chilled, but the whole idea of coming up here is to be looking out at that. So this was the tallest sky bar. Now let's go have a look at some more. The next few we're going to show you are in the Old Town part of Benidorm, so let's hop on over there. So here we are at rooftop number 2 on today's video, and from here you can actually see just where we've come from. That right over there, that is the Hotel Bali, and we were up there right at the very top at the last rooftop bar. This one we're at now is at the top of Hotel Montemar. It's on the Poniente beachfront, overlooking the harbour and overlooking the Dove Park, and the views from here are spectacular. This is actually one of the lesser known rooftop bars in Benidorm, and I cannot understand for the life of me why. Okay, we're not that high up, we're only on the 6th floor, but the views are unbelievable. You can see right the way down Poniente from the Bali where we've just come from, across all the new developments, all the new skyscrapers, right the way down. Fantastic view of Parque Elche, Dove Park, out to the island. You can see the harbour or the port area. You can see the Mirador, the Old Town. Honestly, it is exceptional up here. The bar area itself is a little bit bigger than the one up at the top of the Bali, but comfy seating, the glass front is something else. That just makes you feel like you're really living on the edge. Nice relaxing music. The staff up here are always super friendly as well. This is going to be one of the top ones that I recommend personally. And this is one of the rooftop bars which we have featured on the channel before. It's completely free to come up here actually, and we've featured it before because it is one of the best ones to watch the sunset. You know, I'm a bit of a sunset chaser. I absolutely love them. And if you're the same, then this is one of the best places you can find in the whole of Benidorm to watch our beautiful sunsets. And the next rooftop bar that we're going to show you on this video is only a couple of doors down from here. So let's go. Ever find yourself having to leave things behind because you just can't fit everything in your suitcase? It doesn't have to be that way. Have a look at these extra vacuum travel bags. They make packing so much easier, meaning the only thing you're leaving behind is those difficult decisions on what to pack. The amount of space they save is seriously impressive. Using this compact portable pump, you can compress the bag and create up to 60% more space. You can also use a normal vacuum if you prefer. Either way, they basically triple your packing space, whether you're travelling with a backpack, with a carry-on, or a full-size suitcase. No more difficult packing decisions. These are a genuine upgrade to your travel essentials. They're also waterproof with anti-leak zips to help protect your clothes whilst you're on the move. They make a brilliant gift for anyone who loves to travel too. And Exeter don't just make travel gear, they also have some really cool products on their website, like these smart wallets and tracker cards. Perfect for people who like to look smart, but also let loose on holiday and in daily life. Take a look by following our link below or scanning the QR code. And don't forget to use our code Benidorm to get an extra 20% off on top of any existing promotions on the website. So here we are at rooftop number 3 for this video. It might have been a little bit of a stretch saying 2 doors down, but it's not that far from the last one. Probably, I don't know, about 400 metres. This is on the roof of the Voromar Hotel. And again, it's not the highest sky bar, it's not the highest rooftop bar, but it is one definitely worth a visit. Different areas in this one. When you first come out of the lift, you've got this little chill out area, you've got the bar in the corner, and then you have the main part of the rooftop, which they have entertainment on in the summer months before it becomes more of a chill out area as well. After the entertainment finishes, the atmosphere up here really transforms. It becomes more of a sort of chill out lounge style rooftop bar. The lighting really adds to that nice relaxing feel, and then you've got a lovely view out over the harbour. The last bar that we were at was just around that corner then, not too far away at all. You've got a little glimpse of Dove Park, and you've got the port area over there in the distance, which you can see all lit up as well. And then moving round, you can see all the rooftops which make up the Old Town. Over the other side of this rooftop bar, and you've got more of the Old Town coming into view. This is Avenida Los Almendros, which is the street that runs right up the side of Vincent's Bar, Benidorm's first British pub. It's one of the bigger rooftops in the Old Town, plenty of space up here, some different types of seating, high tables, low tables. They've still got some beds out because this is used as a solarium during the day as well, and a nice big space in the middle where you can have a boogie if you wish. The next rooftop we're going to show you is further into the heart of the Old Town. It's one of them rooftops over there somewhere. Can't actually pick out from here which one it is, but come on, let's go take a look. Okay, we're right in the heart of the Old Town at this next rooftop bar, and this is another one which very few people know about, but I'm going to out it today and show it all to you. So this one is at the top of the RH Campali Hotel, and it's called Divora Sky. And again, this isn't one of the highest sky bars, but what I absolutely love about this place is you get these sort of sneaky peek views of all different parts of the Old Town from different angles as you make your way around the bar. It's set out over 2 different levels. The main level, you've got loads of different seating areas, and you've got 2 bars, and you've got this jacuzzi which looks out, by the way, over Levante Beach. This little area where the main bar for service is gives you a fantastic little peek through at the Old Town and the Puig Campana mountain. Then you've got this little upper terrace area which will give you the best views you've ever seen of the top of the San Jaime Church, and then right the way over to the Poniente side of Benidorm. They've got regular DJ sessions up here over the weekends in the summer months at Devora Sky, and it's definitely got a slightly livelier, snazzier feel to it. It's a bit more upmarket than the other ones we've featured so far, and the prices do reflect that. You're going to pay a little bit more for your drinks up here at Devora Sky, but I would say it's definitely worth it. What a great way to start your night out. Here we are at our next rooftop bar, and we've only actually come a few rooftops away. We're still in the heart of the Old Town at the top of the Queen's Hotel on their rooftop terrace. I actually find it fascinating looking out over the Old Town and how all the buildings seem like they've kind of just been piled on top of one another. It's such a compact place is the Old Town. Loads of buildings, tight, windy streets, and from here you get a great view down to the entrance of Tapas Alley as well. Great view of the Mediterranean Sea here as well. You've got a little sliver of Levante Beach, the Rincon de Loix end, and I can also see from here 3 more rooftop bars which I have on my list for today. First of all, the one on the top of the Barcelo Beach Hotel. A little bit further round, we've got the Madeira Centro Hotel, and further round again, and we've got Primavera Park. Over to the other side of the rooftop bar, and you've also got a little slither of Poniente Beach over this side. Loads more of the Old Town, and you can also see our beautiful mountain up there which overlooks Benidorm, the Puig Campana. It's quite a small one, this one. There's only about 10 tables, I think I can count. Some of them are these high tables, some of them are more loungy style chairs. And this is also one of the only ones which is open right the way through the daytime as well as at night. It opens at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and goes right the way through till the early hours. I really like this one up at the Queen's Hotel. It's got slightly more casual feel to the last one that we went to, but it's still cosy, comfortable, and it still feels very cool being up here, and it's reasonably priced as well. And from here you get a fantastic view of the next rooftop we're heading to, which is one of the newest ones for the Old Town, right over there. So come on, let's go. And here we are. So this rooftop bar is called The Roof, and it's on the top of the Alameda Hotel, which is located right on Gin and Tonic Street. And of course, you can see behind me where we've just come from. The view from up here is pretty similar to the Queen's Hotel rooftop. You've got all the Old Town here. You've got a little glimpse down there of that square, which we've just been looking over from the other side, outside of Tapas Alley. You've got all the Mediterranean Sea out there too, and you've got that little glimpse of Levante Beach as well. Over from the other side and from this bit you get a fantastic view of my favourite street in the whole of the Old Town, which is where this hotel is located, and that is of course Gin and Tonic Street. What a great people watching spot up here, seeing everybody going about their business down there, having a few drinks, bit of food and a nice stroll. And round the other side of this terrace you've got a fantastic view again of the beautiful Puig Campana mountain, and this one is a great one for sunset in the summer months because it does set behind those mountains, and the sunset up here is absolutely amazing. We have been up there and filmed it before. This one is one of the bigger rooftop bars for the central Old Town area, but it's not the highest. We're just 8 floors up. Some of the next ones that we're going to show you, you will get a much more sky bar type view. It's nice and chilled up here though, early on, though on a weekend they do have some DJs later on which like to liven things up a little bit. And we're gonna head to one of those taller sky bars right now. So up there at the top of that blue hotel, Madeira Centro, is one of the original sky bars for Benidorm, and that's where we're going next. All right, here we are at our next rooftop bar stop, and this is where the views get super impressive once again. 20 floors up at the top of the Madeira Hotel. This is Planta Bente. So this rooftop bar is on the Levante side of the Old Town. You do get fantastic views right the way over to the far end of Poniente. You can see all the way over the Old Town, including where we've just come from, which is round about there. So all this is the central Old Town area. See that blue dome over there? That's the San Jaime Church. If you go back a few rooftop bars, you can just about make up that one that we was on, which was on the top of the RH Campfali Hotel. Then looking out over this side, fantastic view of all the skyscrapers over the Poniente side. The Gran Bali Hotel, which is where we started this video. You can also see the top of the Intempo, which is Europe's tallest residential building. And making your way around, of course, we've got the Puig Campana once again. And then if you look down, you can also see the Town Hall of Benidorm, which is that strange looking building down there. Now this was Benidorm's original rooftop bar, the first one that ever opened, and it was a big deal when that happened. Everybody that was anybody had to come up here and take photos with those views. It's still very popular, especially at this time of night, and you don't really get much better sunset views than that. This one is one of the slightly more pricier rooftop bars that we're going to be showing you on today's video. And from this side, you can just about make out where we're heading to next. Round about there. Let's go. All right, so here we are at our next rooftop bar, and from here you can see exactly where we've just come from. So this is Selvatico, and it's probably one of the most famous rooftop bars in the whole of Benidorm. 17 floors up at the top of Primavera Park Hotel. The views from this one are pretty special. You've got fantastic views over the Old Town. The first thing you'll see when you look over is the Town Hall and the Parque La Guerra, which runs right the way up behind the Town Hall, one of Benidorm's green parks. You've also got the whole of the Poniente beach right the way out to the Cala end. Magnificent views of all the skyscrapers on that side. Of course, you've got the Benidorm Island, and then coming further around this way, right the way around to the Puig Campana mountain. Selvatico is one of the biggest rooftop bars in Benidorm as well. It's a massive space, separated on two sides, so you've got two separate seating areas. And this is the real selling point. This infinity pool just gives this the edge. It is incredible to look out over that water, over those views, and the lighting, super, super snazzy. As far as the decor goes at this bar, I think they've got it just right. It's stylish, it's modern, but it feels relaxing. It's got that sort of jungly element to it, which gives you some serious holiday vibes. But do bear in mind, guys, if you're not staying at this hotel, you do have to pay to come up here. It's €5 per person, and there is a mega queue downstairs on a weekend at peak seasons. It does get very busy. Through the week, it's a little bit quieter, but do expect that you might have a wait if you're going to come up here. I think it's worth paying a £5 to come up here. I think the experience you get, the atmosphere is just fantastic. And they do have live music up here sometimes as well. Can you imagine that? I've seen a saxophonist walking up and down here playing at the same time with that view behind. Incredible. So here we are at our next rooftop bar. Now this one is further over towards the Levante side. We're one street back from the Levante beach on what's called the Avenida Mediterraneo, and this area itself has really come into its own recently. It's even got its own nickname now, and that is Midtown. We're on the top of the Ajir Springs Hotel, floor 6, and this is their rooftop bar. Views wise, it's not that special up here, but it is very, very green. It's probably one of the greenest views you'll get from a rooftop bar here, and that's because you've got all these beautiful trees which make their way right the way down the Avenida Mediterraneo. If you're wondering what street that is, this is the new part where you've got all those halo lights. I'm sure you must have seen them on some of our videos. You can see a couple of big hotels here. Hotel Symbol is a very famous one. and next door, that one in black, is the Hotel Belroy. And you've got a little sneak peek of the Levante beach, some sea views, and you can just make out the island over there in the distance. So the bar up here is part of the pool area at the Ajay Springs, but it is open to the public as well if you're coming up here for drinks. But this is only a daytime and early evening bar. It closes at 9 o'clock, even in the summer months. The bar's split onto 2 levels. You have the solarium area up here. Further down there, you've got the little pool, and then you've got the bar at the back with the tables to sit, enjoy your drink and chill out. This is one of the lesser known rooftop bars for Benidorm. I think this must be the first time we've actually featured it on this channel, but it is definitely worth a visit, especially as it's in a good area for both Old and New Town for starting your night. A quick one here before you head out to wherever you're going for your main night out. All right, so I think we've now covered Poniente, Old Town and Midtown area, and the ones that we've got left are over towards the New Town and Rincon de Loix area, so we're going to fly over that way right now. Okay, so here we are at our next rooftop bar, and this is the first one that's into the New Town side of Levante. From this one, you really get the sense that you're in the centre of skyscraper city. Did you know that Benidorm actually has the most skyscrapers per capita of anywhere in Europe? And the only place in the world that beats it is New York. And from this sky bar, you really can sense that. This rooftop bar is at the top of Flamingo Beach Hotel, and it's actually called Flamingo Sky. We're 22 floors up here, so it's one of the tallest sky bars. Possibly the tallest in the New Town, not sure about that yet. Actually, it's 22 floors because you have to walk up one when you get out of the lift. The views here are very different from any of the others we've filmed so far, and that's because it is quite far back from the New Town area. Let's have a look out and see what we can see from Flamingo Sky. Starting at the back of the bar, and you can just about make out the Puig Campana. You can't quite see the gap, but that is the main mountain. And then you've got a great view of the main road, which brings you into Benidorm from the motorway. Then looking down over this side, and you can just about see the Avenida Europa, and that's one of the main roads which some people sort of say splits the New Town side from the Old Town side, and that runs right the way down to Levante Beach. Round to the front of the bar, which faces down to the sea, and it's just tower block after tower block after tower block here. A couple of hotels we can make out, pretty famous ones. Hotel Castilla is one, and right next door to that is the Rio Park. Then as you move round, you can just see why Benidorm gets the name Benny York. Over the other side of Flamingo Sky, and this is a really interesting viewpoint here because you've got all these lights, you've got all these big buildings, and then suddenly you just come to a big gap, a big blank dark space, and that is one of the only undeveloped plots of land left in Benidorm. There are houses on it that have been abandoned for decades, but that area is soon supposed to be getting a massive redevelopment project which will transform this whole side of Benidorm. I've spoke about it before on videos. It's called the Levante Ensanche Plan, and if it does come off, it will make this side of Benidorm an incredible park. Onto the other back corner, you've pretty much got 360-degree views from this sky bar, which does make some really interesting points. From here, you can see what is called, or used to be called, the Top Road, and this is where some amazing nightclubs used to sit. This street that goes right the way up there used to be the hub of nightlife in Benidorm before the New Town and all the rest of it even existed. And on a clear day, you can also see right the way over to Calpe from here. Not today though, it's just gone dark and it's a little bit cloudy. When it comes to the actual bar area itself up here at Flamingo Sky, it's cool, it's snazzy, it's got nice lighting, it's got chilled music, and it's massive. It's definitely one of the bigger bars that we've shown on today's video so far. You've got all different types of seating up here as well, some high tables tables so you can look over the edge, some standard low tables, some sofas which give it a more sort of laid back, chilled out feel, and it's one of the few rooftops that's actually got a roof, so even in bad weather you can enjoy the amazing views up here at Benidorm Flamingo Sky. And from here you can also see the next rooftop bar which we're going to be showing you, which is around about there, I think. So let's head on over there. So here we are at our next sky bar. We've flown all the way across that big, dark, undeveloped area which I was talking about and made our way across to the Rincon de Loix side of Benidorm at another flamingo named bar. Coincidental that they both have flamingo in the name, they're not linked at all. This one is on top of Flamingo Oasis, which is part of the Med Player Hotel group. This is another massive sky bar as well. You've got loads and loads of space up here. It wraps around the building in an L shape. So first of all, let's go to the back and see what we can see from here. This bar is called Skyline and it's 25 floors up. So going on floors, that makes it higher than the last one. However, I have a sneaky feeling that that last one may start on higher ground. But I'm not sure, I can't tell you factually or not. Maybe one of you guys needs to come over with a tape measure and help me out with that. But what I do know is that you do get a fantastic view of the Rincon de Loix from here. You can even see quite close up Benidorm Palace. Round to the front of Skyline, and this side faces down towards the beach. So that's all the main sort of Newtown central area. You can see a few neon lights up there. That is the Strip. And right in front, we've got another massive hotel, which is the Melia. And you can also see a little bit of the Rincon de Loix area from here as well. Way down at the other end of the bar now, and from here you get a fantastic view out over Rincon de Loix, where all the rich people live over there. You've got a great view of loads of impressive villas which make their way up the mountainside. Sitting on top of the mountain, you can just about make out the cross lit up, and that is right next to Benidorm's third tallest building, which is Torre Lugano. This bar's only open Thursdays until Sundays, and it is adults only up here, even though it's part of a family hotel. Live music, DJs, all sorts of things going up here, so you can come up here and enjoy some entertainment as well as checking out those fantastic views. You've also got a little pool up here just to emphasise the size of the rooftop. Half of this, maybe even a little bit more than half, is solarium. You can't swim at night, unfortunately, but it does really add to the atmosphere up here. And from here we can see our next rooftop bar, which is around about here. So let's get over there. So this next rooftop bar is right in the heart of the Newtown. It's probably the most central to the maddest part of Benidorm. Just looking over there, and there is the most notorious bar in Benidorm, and what a view of it you have from up here. Great people watching spot. This is the rooftop bar at the Hotel Gold Arcos, and for me, I'm going to say this is one that you have to come up at night time, because get a load of that view. It is incredible with all the lights of the Newtown and the Rincon de Loix side of Benidorm. Wow, it is spectacular. Now we're 13 floors up here, but it feels like we are much higher, I'm going to say, and I've just counted the floors on that building there, which is 15 floors, and we're actually a little bit above that. The views are unreal. Let's have a look and see if we can pick out some of Benidorm's most famous buildings and hotels. You certainly can see a fair few of them up here. The first one that's jumping out to me is Torre Lugano. That's Benidorm's third highest building, and I recognise that straight away because I used to live there. Moving along the far skyline, you can see Port Benidorm Hotel. There is a rooftop there that we'll be heading to next as well. You've got the Calypso here, you can see the Ambassador, the Flash, the Nereo, coming round closer to where we are right here, and we're straight opposite Presidente, and another very famous hotel right there is the Don Pancho. Over this side, and you can see a little bit more of the madness down there below. You've got the Hotel Orange, and directly opposite the Hotel Orange is where you have the top of the square. Cafe Benidorm, iconic Benidorm bar, and straight opposite on the other corner, Champions and Camden Town. You've got nice lighting up here. The music's a little bit livelier than some of the others that we've been to. And they've got a TV, so you could even watch some of the sports up here if you wanted. Now this side is all open, but there is another area around the other side where it's closed in, just in case there is bad weather. You can still get up here and enjoy some spectacular views. You can get food up here as well, which I didn't know. I've just noticed on the board. You've got pizzas, burgers, snack food really. But one little complaint I have, and I think it's just because of the area that we're in, plastic cups. Not even nice plastic cups, but I guess they don't want people throwing them over the edge, do they? As I just mentioned then, you can see Port Benidorm from here, and up there is a stunning rooftop terrace which we're going to be heading to next. It really, really pops out of the skyline now that they've got that new building next to it. So let's head on over there to La Terrace. Here we are at our final rooftop bar for this video, and what a finale it is. We're at La Terrace, and this is on the 19th floor on the original building of Port Benidorm Hotel. This rooftop bar has got to be one of the most well-known, one of the most popular, and I think one of the most impressive to come up and watch a sunset. And then as the night goes on, the atmosphere just gets even better as the lights all start to flicker on over the Bay of Benidorm. It is an incredible sight out there. Port Benidorm is located in the Rincon de Loix area of Benidorm, so this is probably as far as you could possibly get from our very first rooftop bar, right at the opposite end of Benidorm. From this side you can see all the way out over the Rincon de Loix area. Moving round, you get to the central Newtown area. You can see some very popular hotels in that strip area, well-known ones like the Calypso, Ambassador, and you can also see the Gold Arcos, which is of course where we've just come from now. Moving across, you've got the Levante Beach, and you can see a little glimpse of the Old Town right the way stretching over to the Poniente side of Benidorm, and you can see that original rooftop bar that we started this video on, which is on the top of the Grand Bali. Now, when they first opened La Terrace, it was impressive, but since then it's been improved even further. It's bigger and better since they did the full refurbishment of this hotel, added an extra tower, they extended La Terrace even more. It goes right the way around the bar in an L shape, and they've even got an interior viewing and seating area now as well. There's plenty of seating up here, but as you can see, it does get very, very busy, especially at popular times of year, like we're in now, middle of summer. It's packed up here tonight. So for that reason, it's highly recommendable that you book if you want to come up here. You can do that at the reception downstairs. And this is actually one of the few rooftop bars in Benidorm that does food as well. I haven't tried any food up here this time since it's been redone, but we will come back and try some for you. The cocktails are what everybody seems to rave about up here at La Terrace, but they are on the slightly pricey side of the scale, so don't be too shocked when you get the bill. Prepare yourselves for that. They've got live DJs up here, and they have special event nights every so often too. So that concludes our list of rooftop bars. What did you think, guys? How many of these bars have you actually been to? What were your favourites and why? And how many did you not even know exist? For me, I think views-wise, my favourite is the Montemar. Even though it's not the most well-known, for me, the view from there is just unbelievable. But when it comes to the actual bar and the atmosphere, this one, La Terrace and Selvatico at Primavera Park, have have got to be up there. It's a toss-up between the two of them for me. I really can't choose. There are actually some more that we could have added to this list. Barcelo Beach Hotel, you may have heard me mention that briefly earlier on, and also the H10 Porto Poniente, but we didn't feature them on this video because they're not open to the public at the moment. You never know, in the future that might change. Also, very recently, I saw an advertisement for the Deloitte Hotel, and they apparently have a rooftop bar at the minute, but it's only open very limited hours during the summer. So again, we didn't feature it on this video, but there are a few more. If you really want to get those ticked off your list, then there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and also check us out on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok at the Benidorm Enthusiast. Stay positive and stay safe.